Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today I'm going to show you how to make a strawberry and blackberry cobbler. This is a classic southern style cobbler and this is going to be really easy to make and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we want to get out that 8x8 baking dish and I've got mine here. I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side. That'll be the first thing that you will need, and then we will need our blackberries and our strawberries. Now the combination of these two is really nice because you've got the sweet of the strawberries with just that slight tart from the blackberries. The combination of those two is going to come together and make this a really nice cobbler. So let's start with prepping our berries. All right, I've given my blackberries a good rinse at the sink and I've got about 2 to 2.5 cups of blackberries here, or that's roughly between 300 and 375 grams. And I'm gonna go ahead and put those into a larger bowl and we're gonna work on our strawberries. So with the blackberries, we're gonna leave these just the shape that they are. Now, if you've got some really big ones, these are fairly good size, but I'm gonna leave these alone because if you cut these up at this point, they'll get real mushy and let a lot of juice out into your cobbler. And we're just gonna leave these intact just as they are. Now on my strawberries, I'm gonna take those over to the sink, give them a good rinse also. Now I've given my strawberries a good rinse at the sink and I wanted to show you what these are. These are some really big berries and compared to the blackberries, they're a lot bigger. So we want the strawberries to be about the same size as these. So I've got my tool here and I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna cap my strawberry. This tool is so nice. If you've never seen this, I'll put the link in the description box. You can go check that out. And that gives you the nice cap and it takes out that hard membrane there on the side. So with these, to get these to about the same size as our blackberries here, I'm going to take these and I'm going to cut them in half. And it's still a little too big. And you can take them and cut them again, cut them into quarters. And if you want to leave them like that, you can. If you've got some really big ones, you can definitely cut them down to that size. Like that. So you've got about the same size and shape that you do your blackberries, and I'm just going to put that in the bowl and I'm going to continue to work on the rest of my strawberries. Now with these smaller ones that I've got here, you might want to just leave those like in quarters because they're about the same size as your blackberries. But if you've got some really big ones like these, just cut them down to they're about the same size. I've got my strawberries and my blackberries now in my bowl here, and I'm going to go ahead and add 100 grams of sugar, and this is about 1/2 cup. We want to go ahead and let these macerate here on the countertop and let some of those juices come out and get that sweetness into those berries. And to that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and I'm just going to give that a mix through. Now I've got my berries mixed together with my sugar and my lemon, and you can see what that looks like now. There's a little bit of juice in the bottom of that. So we're going to let these sit on the counter here for about 25 to 30 minutes, and we're going to let those completely absorb that sugar into that and make those nice and sweet. And I'm going to go ahead and put this little cover over the top of them while they're resting, and I'll come back and we'll move on to the next step. Once we get ready for the next ingredients, you want to have all of those ready to go because this is going to come together really quickly. I'll see you back when these are done. All right, my berries here have been resting on the counter. I wanted to show you what that looks like. We've got a lot of juice out of those, and I'm just going to give those a little bit of a toss around here, and I'm going to let these sit here for just a little bit longer. And I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm going to preheat my oven at 350 degrees, and I've got my 8x8 baking dish here, and I've got a stick of butter, and I'm going to put the stick of butter into the baking dish. All right, I got my butter now in my baking dish. I'm going to put that into that cold oven and I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or that's 175 degrees Celsius. And we're going to melt that butter as that preheats, and we'll come back and we'll move on to the next step. I've got my berries here. I'm going to set those to the side. I've got my oven preheating with my 8x8 baking dish in that. I've got another bowl here. Let's go ahead and put our dry ingredients together. So this is the easy part here. This is our 1-1-1 combination. So I've got 1 cup of flour, or that's 120 grams, and this is all-purpose flour. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my baking powder in. If you've never seen my recipe on how to make homemade baking powder without aluminum in it, I'll put the link in the description box below. Definitely check that out if you want some aluminum-free baking powder. This is 1.5 teaspoons. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now with that, I'm just going to whisk that together. All right, I've got my flour, my baking powder, and my salt mixed together now. Now I've got 1 cup of sugar, and this 200 grams. I'm just going to give that a little whisk together. All right, I've got my dry ingredients mixed together now. I'm going to wait for that butter to melt into my pan. I'm going to come back and we're going to move to the wet ingredients and get this baking. Stick with me. Okay, I got my baking dish out of the oven now. My butter has melted. I'm going to set this over here to the side because that is extremely hot. You want to be careful with that. And I'm going to bring back my dry ingredients now. And into that, I'm going to put 1 cup or 240 milliliters of milk. And I've got 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is my homemade vanilla. If you've never seen how to make vanilla before, I'll put the link in the description. Go check that out. That is really easy to do, and it is so much better than what you get in the store. So let's give that a mix around. Now this, we don't want to overmix this because we want a nice fluffy crust. We don't want a really dense crust. So just mix it enough that it comes together. Now to my fruit, because I've got strawberries in there, they're going to put a lot of moisture out into the cake, and you don't want a wet, gummy cake. So I've got 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and I'm going to put that in, and that's going to be a thickener for my fruit. And I'm just going to give that a toss through. You can see how much of the juice is coming out of there. That's going to be a nice heavy syrup for our cobbler. That looks really nice now. And I've just given that a toss through so I don't see the cornstarch anymore. And that looks really good. Let's set this to the side. Now I'm going to be really careful. I've got this sitting on a metal trivet here. I'm going to bring my 8x8 baking dish back. And now I'm going to put in my batter first. And this is the first thing that goes in. We're going to put that into the bottom. Now I'm going to take my fruit and I'm going to spoon it in so that I get a good mixture all the way around. And I'm just going to drop the berries in all over the top. We don't want those all in one place. We want everybody to get a nice bite of berry in their cobbler. This is looking absolutely delicious. All right, we've got our berries in now. I've got the rest of my heavy syrup here. I'm going to go ahead and put that across the top. We don't want anything to go to waste. Now I got a rimmed baking sheet in the oven. I'm going to put this in there on top of that. We want to bake this for 40 to 50 minutes. That batter that we got in there is going to bake up around that fruit. It's going to be nice and bubbly on the sides. The top is going to get a nice golden brown, and this is going to be absolutely delicious. Now to top that off, I've got some turbinado sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit across the top like that. And that'll bake really nicely on the top. Now, if your oven, everybody's cooks is a little bit differently. If yours is browning a little too much before it gets set, you can put a little bit of aluminum foil across the top of it, and that will continue to bake, but it won't brown anymore. So keep a watch on that. Into that preheated oven it goes, and I'll see you back when this is done. I am back, and my strawberry blackberry cobbler is done. I wanted to show you what that looked like, and it did sit here on the counter. I pulled it out of the oven and let it cool for a couple hours, and I did let it bubble on the sides, and you see we've got a nice brown crust on the top. And if you don't have one of these deep dish 8x8s like I've got here, you can definitely use a 9x9, and that will spread it out a little bit more. And with that, you'll just reduce your cooking time by 5 minutes. But if you've got the 8x8 deep dish like I've got here, then definitely do that. You can see where it did come to the top. It didn't overflow, but I did happen to have a rimmed baking sheet under it just in case. So take that into consideration when you're making yours of how deep your baking dish is. So let's get a taste of this and see what we've got. I've got some ice cream here that's going to go on the top of this really nicely. Let's give this a taste. Look at that, how that's set up nicely. You definitely want to let this cool down a little bit when you take it out of the oven. If you don't, it will just kind of run all over the place, and you definitely don't want that. So definitely let this cool down just a little bit, and you will have a nice cobbler. All right, I've got me a nice scoop of ice cream on here, and I want you to look at that to see what we have. We've got a nice piece of cobbler. I'm going to get some of that with a little bit of this crust on the side here, and let's give it a try. So good. Those strawberries with that little bit of sweetness to it, and the crunch of those blackberries that's in there. This is absolutely delicious. It's set up nicely. I'm gonna give me another piece of that with a little bit more of that crust. Wow, this is so good. I know you're gonna want to try this recipe. Leave me a comment when you make your fresh fruit cobbler. I definitely want to hear from you. And if you like this content, maybe you might consider giving me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And while you're at it, check out one of these other 2 videos over here on the side. You might find something out you like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye now.